Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Iconic with me, Danny Pellegrino. I am so excited. Michael Urie and Philemon Chambers, stars of the new Single All the Way on Netflix, which I got a chance to see and I loved it. You guys know I love the Christmas movies. First of all, Philemon, we'll start with you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm really good. I am happy to be here chatting with you and also happy to be seeing this gentleman that's on the screen.
I need to know if you were a fan of the genre before jumping into this movie.
Christmas rom-coms or rom-coms?
Yeah. Either or.
Yes. Big fan. Big fan. And
okay, what's the favorite?
The favorite. Okay, I'm a sucker for, I forget the name. It's the one with Ryan Reynolds when he goes home and he was like the big kid.
Just Friends. Just Friends. Yeah. Also one of the greatest Anna Faris performances of all time in that movie. It's so good. Michael, it's a Christmas movie. He goes home for Christmas.
You didn't see that? Like it is a whole thing that happens during Christmas. And like he fakes this girlfriend. Doesn't he he fakes a girlfriend. And then like, it's so fun.
Got Single All the Way vibes. And Michael, you have to see it. Michael, how are you doing today? And also, I want to talk about gay representation in this genre. We were talking a little bit before we got on here, but I want to know why from you it's so important that we get these movies.
Thank you. I'm doing very well today. Any day talking about Single All the Way is a good day. And I'm very happy to see Philemon, and I love your hat, Danny. Representation matters. So I feel like representation matters. Queer people love Christmas. And queer people already watch straight people celebrate Christmas and their rom-coms. I think it was high time that we started making our own. So in the last couple of years, it's happening, and that representation is great. And I'm super proud to be alongside Philemon and Luke McFarlane and all of our gay icons in this movie, pioneering Netflix's first gay holiday rom-com. You don't get much bigger than Netflix. We're going to be in hundreds of millions of homes, and which is crazy. And we're going to be spreading Christmas joy, but also a homophobia-free world. A family that doesn't judge their son for being gay, loves their son unconditionally, loves the best friend that he brings home unconditionally, and the humor and the conflict and the romance all come from a place of acceptance and of homophobia-free conflict, love. Wait, what did I say? They all come. All of the conflict comes from a place of no shame, of a place where everyone is accepted. They came out of the closet in a prequel,
in another movie, which that was revolutionary to me. That's not a plot point in this movie. And I also got to say, like that first scene, Michael, your character is working, and there were a handful of gay characters on screen as it opened. And it was truly like, I don't know if people realize kind of how, I don't know if revolutionary is the right word, but it's like, oftentimes if we do get a gay rom-com or something, it's like we have the two gay leads and that's about it, right? Like the other characters have to be straight. And it was like lights up. There's a bunch of gays on screen and I loved it. And it was pretty mind-blowing in a lot of ways. And I don't know if people, unless they follow this genre and the hallmark and lifetime of it all, really can understand what that means.
Right. I mean, we open on a photo shoot. My character is supervising a photo shoot of Insta-gays, these actual gay Instagram stars. And the first scene has 4 speaking parts, 2 Instagram stars, their agent, and me. And all of us are gay. And we shot that relatively late in the movie. And Adam Capriola, who plays the agent, is a wonderful Montreal actor who came to our movie for a few days late in the shoot. He said, "It's so cool being on this set." He said to me, like, "This is wild. All the people in power are gay. Our executive producer and writer, Chad Hodge, is gay. Michael Mayer, who directed the film, is gay. Numbered 1, 2, and 3 on the call sheet were gay. And we'd gotten used to it. It was really great. I mean, but it's true. Like, it's true, especially on a Christmas movie. It was a completely safe space.
Do you guys follow? Do you have a favorite Insta-gay that you follow? Like, is there one account that you're like a really hot guy that you just like, you want him without the blouse on the timeline? Like, is there one that you could think of that you love?
I mean, not off the top of my head. I mean, me and Max follow each other. But other than that Max, hey Max.
Yeah. Michael, how about you? Is there anyone?
Listen. Grandpa has been in a relationship for so long. I didn't even realize I had to learn about Insta-gay. And I do follow Max. I do follow, there were some other Insta-gays in our movie. I follow them. But I don't know. The answer is no. I'm sorry.
That's the politically correct answer. I like it. I'm
a bad grandpa gay.
I want to go through some holiday movies that we all love, and I'm sure you guys have seen before. And I just want to get your takes. The first one is one of my all-time favorites. It's sort of an underrated gem, and I'm curious if either of you have seen it. It's called The Diva's Christmas Carol. Michael, it's with your former Ugly Betty co-star Vanessa Williams, who we love. Have you guys seen it? And if you have, are there any thoughts about it?
Of course I've seen it. I mean, my gosh, is there a better Scrooge than Vanessa Williams? No, there isn't. I mean, a close second would be Michael Caine in A Muppet Christmas Carol. And then, a resounding third would be Bill Murray and Scrooge. But no, Vanessa Williams in A Diva's Christmas Carol for VH1 is the ultimate version of A Christmas Carol. And it gave us Vanessa Williams, who I know very well, and who is not a diva in real life, or not a diva in the ways in which we assume a diva is. It finally gave her the outlet to play that incredible kind of character that she does so well. So yeah, oh my gosh, that's a good movie.
Michael, I need you to reach out to Vanessa and try to get the music from that movie on streaming, because there's a song she has in that movie called Heartquake that is not available on streaming. There's really bootleg versions of it online, but I need Heartquake on streaming. That's been my goal this holiday season. I've been asking everyone who has any access to Vanessa Williams or that film. We need Heartquake. Kiki Palmer was just on the show, and we're trying to start a grassroots campaign to get Heartquake streaming.
I love that. Okay, I'll text her. What she should do is she should do a Christmas album and put it on her album.
I know. We need it. Philemon, do you have a favorite holiday movie? You answered Just Friends. That was your favorite holiday movie. We talked about that.
I mean, yeah, but of course I have more.
Please.
So, favorite holiday movie. I mean, I have to go with The Nightmare Before Christmas. That would be mine. Okay, so do you consider that a Christmas movie then, more than a Halloween movie? I consider that Christmas holiday. It can go for Halloween. It could go for Christmas. It's the both of them. It stays up. Basically, once October hits, everything Nightmare Before Christmas goes up in my house. Interesting. And it lasts until the end of the year. I like that.
Yeah, what's your stance, Danny? I'm sorry. I know you're interviewing me, but what's your stance on Christmas movies that are not traditional Christmas movies, like Die Hard or Batman Returns? To me, Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, one of my favorites. And I also think Michelle Pfeiffer, of course, in that role of Catwoman is one of the greatest female performances of all time, and should have won an Academy Award. That movie, flawless chef's kiss. Die Hard, to me, I like Die Hard, but it doesn't, I know that's straight guys love to say that's a Christmas movie, and I suppose it's set around Christmas, but I just don't connect with it in the same way, I should say. Gotcha. It doesn't have the same holiday magic that Batman Returns has. And also, I mean, I would argue that Batman Returns is not just a Christmas movie, it's a gay Christmas movie. Totally. I was just talking to two lesbians. They host a podcast that's about being lesbians. That's why I was going to state them that way. But they were saying it's the first lesbian Christmas movie because of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, I love that movie. The Single All the Way, one of the things I love about it is these gay icons, which I know, Michael, you had mentioned before. And there's a scene with Jennifer Coolidge, which I'm not going to spoil, but I'm just going to say, like, I literally had tears in my eyes laughing. Like she's doing a play. I'll say that. And it was just so funny. And I wondered, do either of you have any stories, or what was it like working with Kathy Najimy and Jennifer Coolidge, who we all just love? They're the best.
So good, so great. Jennifer, going into it, you're like, okay, you're going to work with Jennifer Coolidge. I'm like, okay, let me see how she is in real life. And how she is in real life is that, but just completely different, because you'll never know what you're getting from Jennifer. She is literally, she's so quick, like her approach. And then working with Kathy, she's so sweet. She is so sweet, so nice, so kind. Even with Barry Bostwick, Jennifer Robertson, they're just honestly gems. Will make you laugh and make you pee your pants. All of them, literally. I had a great time. Jennifer Coolidge, I could barely keep a straight face during a take. Kathy and Jimmy, I was just like, oh my God, you're just royalty and an icon. I don't know what to do. Barry Bostwick, I'm like Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just kept on singing like, let's do the time warp. Yeah, but it was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, you couldn't really, like everywhere you turned some days, it was like there were just gay icons all over the place. And how nobody ever thought to cast Kathy and Jennifer as sisters before is crazy to me. They're like so good as sisters. They have such a similar energy, even though they're also very, like, you feel like they grew up in the same house. And one of the things about Jennifer that was like what Philemon said is true. Like, she constantly surprised you, and she would never really stop. Like, you really had to stop her. You had to call cut. And whenever they would call cut, we would all laugh, especially her. But I always thought whenever they call cut, no, don't. Yes. No, don't cut. Keep rolling. Let's see what else. Who knows? I mean, there's a whole movie of just her.
Her line reading in everything she does, but it's always so unexpected, and she can just take a word and make it funny. It's really a delight to watch. Michael, I was looking at your IMDb page today, and you were in I was the one, and you were in a movie, or you were in a TV show that I have to ask you. Just tell me everything about working on MTV's Undressed. Because that was a show that when I was in, I guess around high school or something, it was like Sneak in the Parents' Basement. One of the only shows that really also had gay characters on it, but it was so scandalous when I watched it, and it was like sneaking in the basement time to watch it.
I will say, to my knowledge, I never did Undressed.
Why is it on there?
I don't know why it's on there. It's always been on there, and I have no idea how it got there. I was never on Undressed. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody who looks like me, and so I got their credit. I have no idea how that happened. Isn't that weird?
That is weird, and I love it. And have you ever watched Undressed?
No, I never watched it. I never watched it. But my partner loved it, like you. My partner Ryan loved it, like you. And that was one of the first things when we first started dating, he wanted to talk about. And I was like, oh.
Sorry about that.
No. It's weird. But I it's still there. I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it.
Right.
And if there are any residuals, I will take those as well. But no, that wasn't me.
I think I read that they're rebooting it. So maybe we'll get you on the reboot at some point or something. Michael, you've been in this industry forever, and I wonder, what's your take on sort of the evolution of gay representation on screen? I mean, your co-star Luke McFarlane, I know he's starring in this big Universal romantic comedy with Billy Eichner, which is so exciting. And Luke is stunningly gorgeous and all of those things. He seems like a really genuine guy. But what's your take on sort of the evolution of gay representation from when you started to where it is now? Like, have you been able to feel and notice the momentum and things changing? Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense, and I have been able to notice it. Luke and I actually were classmates at Juilliard, so I've known Luke for like 20 years, and we graduated together. When Ugly Betty first came on, he started on Brothers and Sisters. It happened at the same time, same network, both gay. Both of us were playing gay, and that was a time when you played gay, they said, that's it. You can only play gay once. Mm-hmm. And don't come out. It's crazy to think that when we were doing those shows, and then, here we are now, we're promoting our gay Christmas movie. He's off doing, I do all kinds of gay stuff. He's off doing like a giant gay rom-com for a major studio that will be in movie theaters, and in which every actor, whether they're playing queer or not, identifies as queer, which is like, if you'd told Luke and Michael in their supporting roles on network television that someday there would be a movie where not only gay people were playing gay people, but gay people were playing straight people too, we would not have believed you. And so that evolution in and of itself is pretty remarkable. But I would say something that I've thought about that's very interesting to me is this idea, I'm so happy to be playing a character like Peter in Single All the Way, who I feel like is actually very close to me and my sensibility. After having sort of my first big break was Ugly Betty, obviously, where I was playing this very flamboyant character who came from a broken home where his mother didn't accept him. And now he lived this fabulous life in fashion, wearing crazy costumes and being, very overtly queer. And in my audition for it, I went for it. It was the only description was bitchy gay assistant. And I was like, I'm going to make it as gay as I can. And on set, I made it as gay. I mean, I did some gay shit on that show. And I look back and I think part of what at that time, because I was new and because I was in the closet professionally, I wasn't in the closet personally, but I was in the closet professionally. I think I had the courage to go all the way there and play a character like that in a way that had I been out, I might not have. And I think when it comes to specifically like the flamboyantly campy characters, like my character in that, and like a Sean Hayes in Will and Grace, even like Chris Colfer on Glee, like these characters that were like unabashedly queer on television, being played by queer people who were told not to be out. There was some kind of freedom in that for us to go all the way there with what we knew how to do and what we were able to do, because we could always sort of like, well, that's it. Now I'm not going to play any more gay roles, and I can, I can do whatever, And then I feel like there was a phase where we were casting straight people in those flamboyantly gay roles. It happened before, and it happened after, and it happened during. But like suddenly we were looking to straight people to play roles that were super flamboyantly gay, and that was a frustrating moment for me, because I felt like we were casting them in these big roles, not just comedies, but serious stuff too. And then we were giving them awards for it, and there was something like, it was sort of like, and I don't want to disparage anyone's work, because this isn't about that at all. I don't mean to say that they weren't good. I just feel like, like when they gave Eric Stonestreet an Emmy and not Jesse Tyler Ferguson an Emmy, that's crazy to me, because Jesse was brilliant on that show, and somehow the fact that he was a gay man playing a slightly more subdued gay man than the straight guy playing super gay, that we gave the straight guy, who deserved the Emmy, by the way. Like, why didn't we give Jesse an Emmy? he should have gotten several for that. That show was on for 20 years.
Like, we're supposed to applaud just because it was such a transformation for a straight actor to be
right and brave or whatever. You know, like oh, look at him, he's so brave or whatever. You know, like. But that was an interesting moment. And I think that moment may be gone. But I remember I was doing. Sorry, I'm talking forever. I hope this is okay.
I love listening. Please.
I was doing Angels in America off Broadway with Adam Driver. I played Prior Walter, and he played Lewis. And I'll never forget this. He was brilliant. And that character is described as having a sibilant S, as being effeminate, as being little. There's a lot of there's a lot of descriptors of that character that imply certain things. And the role is kind of based, you know, it was originally Joe Mantello. It's kind of based on Tony Kushner. And then they cast Adam Driver because Adam Driver is a brilliant actor. But Adam Driver is massive. He's got hands bigger than my head. He doesn't have, he's hopelessly heterosexual. And he played that role with himself. He used himself to play that role. He didn't feel the need to add anything to make himself seem gay. He took himself, he said, I am gay enough. This person could be gay. And he played the role beautifully, brilliantly. And I wonder, and I've always sort of wondered, this was 10 years ago. I've always sort of wondered, like, how did he know? You know, what did he know that so many other people don't know? And would he have been rewarded if it had been like more, you know, like we were replacements, if we'd been there from the beginning, like why can't we just say this is who I am and let the audience suspend their disbelief and buy it? Nobody watched that show and thought, that guy doesn't seem gay to me. He said he was gay. He's in a gay relationship. Everything that he does, everything's gay. And the same way that like a gay person, a gay actor, like someone like me playing a straight character, an audience will suspend their disbelief. Mm-hmm. Will awards people? I don't know. Will casting people? I'm not sure. Will producers? I don't know. But
it's interesting you mentioned that ABC era, because that was sort of when I was coming to my realization that I would be gay. I remember watching Brothers and Sisters, and that character was so important. The Luke McFarlane Scotty character was so important because it was a show that I watched with my mother back in Ohio, and we would watch it on Sunday nights. And to her, it was one of the first experiences of seeing a gay character in a show that she loved and that we could watch together. And I remember like watching her reaction to the things that it would happen on screen. And I know a lot of people feel similarly about Ugly Betty and that, and the gay representation in that show. So I think at that time, a lot of us thought it would shift and we would have more gay actors in gay roles. And then it was interesting to see it stopped in a weird way. And I hope now going forward, it looks like, and I hope that we're going to start embracing all of these beautiful gay actors like both of you and seeing more of that on screen, because I do think it's really important. Quickly, I know I only have a couple minutes. Okay, the Britney song, Santa, Can You Hear Me? Or Santa, Can You Hear Me? Yeah. You guys have a little moment in there. Do you guys love that song? And what do we think about Britney of it all? I love her. And that song, I was so happy it got its due in this movie.
Well, I mean, I love Britney. Of course, I am glad that she is free. I am glad that she is free. And I actually became a fan of the song while filming. Literally, I play it like I have to be careful with Christmas music because once I start it, it doesn't stop.
Right.
So I have to be careful. So I do it in moderation. So it's about every 2-3 days now, I'll play some Christmas music and I'm like, okay, let me get rid of it for a little bit. Yeah.
I got to let you two go. I ask all of my guests this as we wrap up. Your favorite Mariah Carey song, and who would you choose for People Magazine Sexiest Man Alive if you were choosing? Michael, go.
Wow. My favorite Mariah Carey song is "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I think it's perfect. I think it's the greatest Christmas song ever. And I do think that because of it, we don't know that Britney song better. But hopefully, with our incredible dance in "Single All the Way," it will become the number 2 Christmas anthem. And if I were to choose people's sexiest man alive, I would choose Ryan Felipe.
Oh, so hot. So hot. Philemon, same question.
Okay, so since you said All I Want for Christmas Is You, I'll say, does it have to be Christmas or just favorite?
Anything?
Okay, Infinity. Infinity is really good.
Classic ballad.
Yes. And sexiest man.
You can say it. You can say it.
Yeah, go ahead and say Danny Philemon.
I would say Idris Elba.
So hot. You guys, I got to let you go. Thank you so much for Single All the Way. I think it's going to be a really important and wonderful film for so many people, as well as just being a fun, joyous rom-com of the season. Thank you both. Single All the Way is on Netflix December 2nd. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you so much, Danny.
Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.